go to any metal gig, everyone is well behaved, respectful, look out for each other. Week, by the way, and Dave Mustaine is 64, I think, and he says it's his final album. And when you hear that guy playing guitar, you're like, 64? Like 64 years old, and he can play like that. It's just amazing. And I wish I could go back and just go, do you know what? You're pretty good. You're actually better than you think you are. Like everybody I've ever met, the minute you put them in front of a band like that live, then they get it. Well, Metallica, I mean, are arguably like, well, they are top 10 biggest bands in the world. You know, people that are drawn to metal music, they love rich. I see it in other parts of their life. Like all of my heavy metal friends, they love a really robust red wine. They love obviously, if you want to be the best guitar player, you want to listen to the best guitar players. And I thought that they were in metal. I still stand by that. They are in metal. All the best guitar players in the world are in metal. Don't come at me, jazz players, blues players, all these guys. They're beautiful.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. How are you doing? Welcome along to another edition of Gary and Susie. Cozy chats with Gary and Susie? I don't even know at this stage.
We need to have a name.
We need to have a name. We haven't decided on a name yet. We haven't decided on a lot of things when it comes to this little YouTube thing we're doing. But we're coming up with topics and we're talking about them, and people are giving us feedback. So if you've got a good idea for a name, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if there's anything you want us to talk about as well, you know, drop us a message and let us know, because we love talking about stuff. Cozy chats with Gary and Susie is kind of nice, although we'd need a better setup here. We'd need a fire and, you know, make it actually cozy.
In our new place, we're going to do it.
In our new place, we're going to do that, yeah. This is all just practice.
Yes.
And I hope you're enjoying the journey with us, as they say nowadays. The journey. So I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's find out. I'll hand you over to the hostess with the mostess, the lady who drives this entire machine, Susie.
So I wanted to talk about us this time. It's more like because I know music is very important to you.
I love music.
Yes, and that music, if I can say that music shaped your life.
Oh yeah.
And movement shaped my life.
Yeah.
My life.
Yeah.
So we are so different, and I wanted to talk about this: how so different people can find something
to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, in terms of relationships, you know, it can work both ways. You can go out with somebody who has the same interests as you, or you can go out with someone and you have different interests. I think it's healthier to have different interests, personally. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but that's okay. I think if you both have different interests, you bring more back home with you. So as I say, you're into movement. That'd be one of your major hobbies, and maybe even, you know, life ways or whatever you want to call it. Whereas music is so important to me. I can introduce you to music. You can introduce me to movement. You know, so I just think that in a relationship, if you have a load of different things going on, people can learn from each other. I just think that's cool. And of course, it works as well. I mean, if you're in a relationship and you both love the same stuff, then you can share it together. So I get that. So I'm not like I don't have an opinion either way. But I like the fact that we're into different things and we can kind of experience them together. And you can teach me things and I can teach you things.
That scared me in the beginning when we met.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were very scared when you met. You still haven't changed your face. She just looks at me every day like...
No, the differences scared me. You know, we didn't have anything in common.
Yeah, well, we did have loads in common. You always have things in common. The important stuff, like, you know, life goals and the amount of discipline we have in our lives and all that kind of stuff. Well, we have this very similar interest in that regard, but we have different hobbies.
Yes.
Which is fine, you know.
And I want to ask about Gary.
Oh, okay.
Who is Gary? And
I hate talking about Gary.
If we say what shaped your life?
Well, like music is definitely, definitely. I was always more drawn to music. So when I was younger, we lived in America, and I got into, like all young boys, I guess, just and girls now, but got into sports. I got into American sports. So when we moved back to Ireland, everybody was into you know UK and Irish sports, like the GAA in Ireland and the Premiership in the UK, and that's what they followed. And I didn't know much about it. And of course, back then in the 80s, you didn't get much American sport either. So I kind of fell out of interest in American football and baseball and things like that. So I was just drawn to music, but I was always drawn to music from when I was about 5 years old. My parents bought me a toy guitar and I just loved that. And again, when we were living in America, I was in school, and music is very important in certainly the area I was in New York. And there was big music classes in school, so I learned drums and I learned how to play the clarinet, and so I just fell in love with music. So when we moved back to Ireland, the first thing I wanted to do was really, really properly learn how to play guitar. And I would have been about, I suppose, 9 or 10 years old at that stage. I could do a little bit, but I just wanted to play it properly. So I took lessons, and it clicked, and I adored it. And it was the start of a lifelong love with music. And it's just been a constant throughout my whole life since. And I love it.
Did you feel misunderstood or different from other children?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the genre of music I liked. I mean, I went straight for heavy metal and rock. I just loved it because all the best guitar players, I thought at the time, and I still stand by it, were in that genre. So you had guitar players like Dave Mustaine, obviously from Megadeth, whose t-shirt I'm actually wearing today, which is interesting. You had like James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett and Metallica. You had Richie Sambora and Bon Jovi.
Hi, James, if you watch.
Yeah, she loves James Hetfield.
I love James.
We'll get to that probably later in the video because that's a new
I
love.
have a special chapter for
Yeah,
James.
I don't regret introducing her to Metallica at all. So, just these great, amazing talents, guitar players, larger than life. I was always drawn to things that were larger than life, like as I said, American sports, and especially like WWE wrestling. I just love larger than life stuff. So, a larger than life rock star, a larger than life performer in the WWE. I just love performance and stuff like that, which probably turned into my job in TV and radio and things like that. I just love performing. But yeah, I just clicked with guitar, adored it, loved the music, and by the time I was 15 or 16, I was playing in bands. And I took to it really, really, really well. Like I was a pretty good guitar player when I was a kid. Just not because I was really disciplined or really talented or anything. It just clicked. I don't know. It just sometimes you're able to do it, and I was able to do it. And from 15 or 16, I just went gangbusters all the way up to my late 30s, where all of my friendships, the most important friendships I had, were mostly through music, through the scene of music. And you get to meet some really interesting people, some really talented people. So, in terms of listening to music and playing music and learning music, it shaped my entire adolescence. You know, up and even till today. I mean, I still my closest friends nowadays. I met them all through music. You know the guys, and it's a shared love and a shared passion.
And what music gave you that nothing else could?
It's just magic. It just, I don't know, it's different for everybody. I mean, there's people who are really, really good at football, and they get on a pitch and they go into a zone. So that was my thing. Was I just picked up a guitar and I went straight into the zone, and that was my zone, and it still is to this day. If I go in there right now and pick up one of my guitars and start playing, I will disappear. I'm just gone. It's amazing.
Hmm.
Mm.
You want to pick up your phone?
No, my phone was ringing. I think it's one of the guys from the band saying, "Stop talking about us."
And why metal? Out of everything, why
I don't know.
metal?
Well, as I said, like technically they are just incredible. I know an awful lot of people hear metal and they just think they hear noise. If they really sat down and concentrated, it is astonishing what those guys can do. I've been I'm playing guitar my whole life, and there's still like 99% of, say, Megadeth, for example, 99% of their catalog. I wouldn't have a hope in hell of playing. I'd give it a stab. Some of their simpler stuff, but there's some technical just majesty on display. It is truly remarkable what these guys are able to do. So obviously, if you want to be the best guitar player, you want to listen to the best guitar players. And I thought that they were in metal. I still stand by that. They are in metal. All the best guitar players in the world are in metal. Don't come at me, jazz players, blues players, all these guys. They're beautiful players. I don't have a problem with them. I think they're gorgeous, and they have their time and place, and they have a feeling and an emotion in their music that is just unmatched. But, and it's a big but, if you haven't stood in a stadium like we did last year and just look at Kirk Hammett playing all of the solos from Metallica's discography, you haven't lived. I mean, the man is just a genius. Dave Mustaine and Megadeth, genius. Marty Friedman, genius. They're geniuses of their instrument, and they can play jazz and blues in their sleep. They just prefer to push it and push it and push it. I also think people are drawn to, people that are drawn to metal music, they love rich. I see it. I see it in other parts of their life. Like all of my heavy metal friends, they love a really robust red wine. They love a really spicy dinner. If they're having spicy food, they
That's
want it
very
really
interesting.
spicy. Yeah, I've just noticed it, the psychology of my friends that love heavy metal. Like if they like an aftershave, it's a strong aftershave. If they like a red wine, it's a robust red wine. If they like a spicy dinner, it's an extra spicy dinner. If they like color, their house is just like colored. It's just colors everywhere, and it's just an extreme, I suppose, personality trait. And also, like you'll see that they'll take it into other ways as well. Like loads of people involved in the metal world drive like rally cars and scrambler bikes and extreme sports and snowboarding, and it's all tied to that. I mean, it's a passionate, almost crazy interest in anything you can get your hands on. And metal is the extreme end of music.
Do you remember when did you hear something for the first time, Metallica or your favorite band, and what did you feel emotionally?
Well, when I was growing up in the 80s and in the 80s and 90s in Ireland, my brother just loved heavy metal music, and I guess that was a major influence because it was on around the house. Like U2, who I love U2 now, but when I was a kid, we kind of didn't listen to them because it wasn't seen as, cool. It was like pop music or basic rock, like middle management rock. It's like it was just so bland compared to what was coming out of the United States from bands like Megadeth, Metallica, not Creator, but uh, Slayer, Anthrax, all those guys. They were just doing extreme, loud, fast, technically amazing music, and you couldn't ignore it. If you heard it, you stopped. You went, "Oh my god, what is that?" It's amazing.
Do you think metal helped you express words that feelings that you couldn't
Yeah, of
express with
course.
words?
Yeah, 100%. Like so, when you're like 16 or 17, like you're kind of finding your way in the world, and you're a little bit mixed up. Uh, you know what I mean? You're a little
Yeah,
bit all over the
lost,
place.
lost.
You're a bit lost, and like you're trying to handle your emotions, and you're not sure how to do that. Stick on a heavy song. Oh man, that's great. It's great therapy. Stick on a really, really heavy song if you're feeling a little bit kind of, if the emotions are getting out of control, you're a bit angry. You can get rid of that listening to 3 or 4 Testament songs. It's gone. You're just like, oh, I feel much better now.
some
Somebody else got it out of their system for me.
some people hear noise. What do you hear?
Oh my god, I can't even tell you. Like it's like seeing colors. It's just what they're doing is technically just mind blowing. So I'm listening to that. I'm listening to the drums. I'm listening to the bass. I'm listening to the guitar licks. I'm listening to the vocals. I'm listening to everything in that song because everything matters, and everyone is in most metal bands. Everyone is peak. Okay, so it's not like a lot of other bands where like the drummer's just like just servicing the song or the bass player's just servicing the song. In a metal band, there's great competition. The bass line is as technical as the guitar line. They're all showing you what they can do, and they're molding it into a song. They're giving service to the song by using everything they have. It's not that they're just servicing the song because the song needs it. They're putting everything into the song. They're showing off a little bit as well, not a show offs.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
But you like metal now. You didn't when you met me. You didn't really know much about
no,
it.
I didn't know. But
Yeah.
it's my. I think my presentation for metal was very good because it was Metallica.
Well, Metallica, I mean, are arguably like, well, they are top 10 biggest bands in the
I
world, if not
think
top
he's
five.
top.
And I said to you one time, friends of mine, a really close friend of mine who I know through music, we played in bands together over the years, him and his wife were planning to go to see Metallica in Copenhagen.
Hmm.
And I thought it'd be a great idea for us to get away for a weekend and join them because they invited us. And it was one of the best weekends ever. But when I first told Susie about it, I was like, we'll go to Copenhagen for the
I wasn't
weekend. And
happy.
she was like, Copenhagen? And I was like, yeah, we'll go and see Metallica. She was like, what? What? Why would that be a thing? And I was like, look, we'll enjoy ourselves. And it was a really fun experience, like introducing you
Mm-hmm.
to Metallica, and like everybody I've ever met, the minute you put them in front of a band like that live, then they get it. Because the minute you see them live, the energy, the passion, the talent, just the magic that comes off the stage from a band like Metallica live, you were blown away.
Yes,
I
and
saw it in real time. Your face changed. You went, "I love these guys." I was like, "Oh, there you go, told you."
well, James Hetfield being so handsome helped.
Well, I didn't expect my partner to run away for her heart to disappear with James Hetfield. I didn't expect that, and it's been tiring for the
He,
last year.
he's
Everything is James Hetfield this, James Hetfield that.
he's born on my date.
Yeah, same
He
birthday.
has, yes, that's a sign.
Yeah, yeah, same,
If you hear James.
same. They're not the same age though. It's important for me to point that out. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble later on when she's watching the video. She'll be like, "I never told everybody I'm not the same age as James."
Who was Gary back then when you had your band and
Oh, I just wanted to be really successful in music. That's all I wanted. And I also like it. I didn't just listen to metal, and I still don't just listen to metal. I love everything. I even love a good pop song. I love songwriting, and that was the thing that I always loved. You go into guitar shops over the years, and somebody would be sitting there playing something they learned from another band. I never had much interest in doing that. The odd time I would do that, but I was more interested in figuring out how to write my own versions of those songs. So I wanted to write my own music, my
you have
own
your own
albums.
music as
Yeah,
well
yeah,
now?
100%.
Some
I never
songs.
played in a cover band. Everything was always writing, 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 learning, learning, learning. And I thought that was the best way to do it, and I still stand by it. It is the best way to do it. It's great to be able to play some of your favorite songs, but you know, it's so what imitation. It's great. Write your own one. Try and do better than them. That's a challenge. So that was me. I was just obsessed with my guitar and writing good songs and playing with my friends. It was a brilliant, brilliant time. I mean, it was probably the happiest I've ever been in my life. I was a kid. I had no bills. I had no worries. My parents were taking care of all those things. I was just knocking around with nice guitars and great friends and great songs.
What did being doing this gave you in everyday life that you don't have it now? Do
What
you
did
miss it?
Oh God, I miss it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't play half as much as I used to because I've got a neck and arm problem. So there are things I was doing when I was 17 or 18 on a guitar that I wouldn't have a hope of doing now. But that's fine. Uh, so yeah, no, I miss the camaraderie of the band and the discipline of the practice and all of that stuff. I really miss that. And we had moderate success. I mean, I did all right. Like we released albums and we had fun and we wrote some good music. We wrote some really bad music too, really bad. But some really good stuff that still stands up. Actually, last Christmas you bought me a tape player,
Hmm.
a cassette player, so I could play old tapes, and all my stuff is on tapes, and it was really good fun going through that and listening to things I was doing when I was 19 years old. It's just mind blowing.
Did you like them?
Yeah, I can't do it now. I was impressed. I was like, it felt, but it was weird. I wasn't impressed at myself. I wasn't like, oh, you're so talented. I was like, it was more like, oh my God, who's that guy? And I wish I could go back and just go, do you know what? You're pretty good.
Hmm.
You're actually better than you think you are.
You didn't have anyone
No,
telling you that.
no, I didn't have much confidence. Actually, I didn't have any. And I was informed that I was really, really good, but you don't know that yourself. And you're Irish. You're not allowed to know that yourself. You're supposed to pretend that, everything's terrible because you're Irish.
Hmm.
But no, I knew what I was doing, and I wish I had had somebody to say, "No, you're onto something," because I always thought I was kind of treading water.
Would you describe music of surviving something or becoming someone for you? The experience.
Oh, well, music is everything, even for people who don't play instruments. I mean, music means so much to so many people, all different genres of music, and I can see why. I mean, it can touch you in different ways. And people look for different things in music. Like my brother loves words, he loves the lyrics. I don't really listen to the lyrics. I kind of do. I tune in after, but the first thing I hear when I hear a new song is the technical aspect. I start looking for how it was recorded, the levels and all that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking about, Jesus, is that drummer any good, or is there anyone in that band being carried, or is that a good song, or they shouldn't have done that? It's that's what I look for in music. Some people look for words, some people look for bass players look for the bass line, but it can music really is, if I'm going to be cliched about it, the soundtrack of your life. So people often say, I'll give you an example. So uh, when a band brings out a new album, a band that's been around for 30 or 40 years, when they bring out a brand new album, especially metal, because metal it's almost a young man's game because it's so demanding of the musician. Um, People always go, "Oh, it's not as good as their stuff in the '90s, or it's not as good as their stuff in the 2000s, or it's nowhere near the stuff it was when I was listening when I was 15." Fine, you might be right. It might technically not be better, but it's not always right. And sometimes you just think that because you were 16 when you heard it, and you
Mm.
had your first girlfriend or whatever, and you were like, it was like the summer of your dreams, and the song brings you back there. Just because the song brings you back there doesn't actually make the song brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was just there when you were happy. So now it brings you back to that place, and you love that song, and you think it's the best song ever written. It's not. It just reminds you of a happy time. So comparing bands after 30, 40 years, their catalogue to the one they were writing 20, 30 years ago, it's not fair. I
Mm.
mean, because you could be like a 17, 18-year-old now, and you hear that song and you're happy in your life, and that song will mean just as much to them in 20 years as it does now. The best recipe for a song is good songwriting and time. Time is the seasoning. Give something a bit of time and you'll realize that it's actually pretty damn good. You just didn't like it when you heard it because you're not 15.
Do you think Metallica was better before, or now they are still very good?
I think Metallica are like a fine wine. I really do. They had amazing work in the 80s, just amazing work in the 80s. And then it got even better in the 90s. It was incredible what they were doing in the 90s. And now they're just churning out the level of product that you would expect from masters of their craft. Because that's what they are. They are masters of their craft. They practically invented it. You know, without getting into it, they invented modern metal. They're the ones who brought it into stadiums. You know, they're the ones that brought it really mainstream. I mean, I knew things were changing when I was about 17 and I got into my best friend's car and he had Metallica Black playing and he was not a metal fan. It was just a regular album that he would have had in his collection because it was good enough to be in his collection. It
Mm.
had nothing to do with loving metal. It
Mm-hmm.
was just like, that's bloody good stuff. And
Yeah,
that's
I don't like metal,
there
and
you
I
go,
love
exactly.
Metallica.
Yeah, because because people instinctively know good stuff when they hear it. They mightn't like the genre. Like I don't like dance music. I, it's fine. If I'm in a nightclub, great. It's exactly what you want in a nightclub. A beat and a bit of tuk tuk and a bit of
Mm.
you're like, great, okay. I'm having fun here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having a bit of crack here. But like, you know, some people listen to it on the bus. It's not for me.
Mm.
But that said, when you hear a really good dance tune, you go, ah, yeah, yeah, that guy knows what he's doing, or that girl knows what she's doing. So it's about the quality, then not the genre. There's some brilliant pop songs.
Yeah.
Like Britney Spears had great tracks.
Mm.
Some brilliant songs
Mm.
written by brilliant songwriters up in Norway, I think, or Sweden or somewhere like that. Just putting out hit after hit after hit, and they're catchy and they stand the test of time.
Your favorite band?
I don't really have a favorite band. I really don't know. It changes all the time.
Your favorite Metallica album?
My favorite Metallica album. Again, I get to obviously Master Puppets is probably the best album ever written. It's just incredible from start to finish. But I like everything. Megadeth, I probably like more than Metallica.
Favorite song
And
of
they have
that
a new
band?
album out this week, by the way. And Dave Mustaine is 64, I think, and he says it's his final album. And when you hear that guy playing guitar, you're like 64, like 64 years old, and he can play like that. It's just amazing the talent of these guys. And Dave Mustaine was in Metallica and Megadeth, and he loves telling you about it. He loves reminding you that he was in Metallica. He was in the early days of Metallica, and that guy's walking around, and he's been in two of the greatest metal bands of all time. Nice life.
And what about your transition to journalism? When
But
did you
it's just
decide
I
to
don't know.
you it's time to
I
change?
didn't really want to be a journalist. I wanted to be on television. I just wanted to be a presenter. I love broadcasting. I loved gigs. I love being on stage, and I saw broadcasting as a way of doing that. It was never about fame. I didn't want to be famous.
You
Never.
can't be on the stage and not be a
Yeah,
famous.
it kind of came with it, but that wasn't. I didn't want to be famous. I just wanted to have a job that I love doing every day, and playing in a band looked like something I'd love to do every day. Broadcasting looked like something I would love to do every day. Um, so that was why I went into that world.
Do you think music helped you with the journalism somehow?
Yeah, of
Shaped
course.
you first as a
Yeah,
person
yeah, of
and
course. Because I mean, when you spend your teenage years on stage and you have terrible gigs and you have people just not even looking at you, and then you have times when you get up on stage and you're worried and you're nervous. And, I had all that out of my system by the time I got into my 20s and I was doing live television. I had all those nerves out of my system. I understood that people were going to be watching me, and that's fine too. It didn't bother me.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it helped. Yeah, it was
Well,
just a life of performance, I guess.
what about music and relationships? So, for example, what
Oh,
I
by the
mean
way,
is like,
can I just say,
yeah,
Well, we did this. This one's turning into like an interview about me, like I'm some sort of successful musician, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I went here, and then I did this. Like I'm not. I'm a failed musician.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. And I failed well. I failed
But
in
you had your
style.
fun
I
and
had my fun. Yeah,
you wrote
absolutely. Yeah,
music. That's the most
yeah. I didn't
important
sell a
part.
million albums, but I sold a couple. Two
Hmm.
family members. No, it was a bit more than that. But anyway, uh, yeah. So that was it. That was it. What was the question you were going to ask me?
About the music and relationship, when you met me,
Hmm.
and like, your music, it's very loud. My music, it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yoga, meditation,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, you've actually
calm.
you've great taste in music. You've really beautiful taste in music. Susie will put on some she loves classical music. She knows more about classical music than I do, and it's stunning. You love piano. You love all that stuff.
No, it didn't scare you, that not scare you, but you
No,
didn't really red flag.
no, God, no, 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 no. My philosophy is always people bring different things to the table, and that's fine. I don't want a table with all my favorite things on it. I want to try new things, and you can show me new things, and I can show you new things.
Do you think how do you think music show up in your way you love?
In the way I love.
Yes.
Oh God, it's getting weird now.
Do you think?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, it's like I said earlier on about I was always drawn to the big. So in music, go to the big loud music. Eh, in sports, go to the big loud sports stars and WWE and all that kind of stuff. I just love loud and big and big and big. Uh, love spicy food. Love all that. I love all my food. I just love big things. So I guess
I feel your big
I
love.
guess I'm
I
a big
feel
love. I'm a big love. Big love.
you're romantic, maybe.
Probably more romantic than you.
I am not romantic. No,
No, you're not
I don't
romantic.
consider myself
No, you're very
romantic.
thoughtful. You're very
What's the
mindful.
difference between romantic and thoughtful?
Thoughtful people are the best because they're thinking of the other person and they're helping and they're
Empathy.
empathy and all those things. Romantic people are just arseholes really. I'm only no, I'm only messing. No, romance is all about getting swept up in the moment and all that. And, it's being thoughtful in a different way. I'd be like that though. I mean, I would be romantic with you. I'd be
Mm.
more inclined to think of anniversaries and romantic gifts and stuff.
It's just thinking
You're
them.
more practical.
Yes.
You're more like, why you buy me half
I
a
want to
ring?
get the thing I want that I'm gonna use. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
want like flowers.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, do you want some jewelry for Christmas? She's like, I want the jacket. Why a
or
jewelry?
boots or
I want boots, jacket, and microphone for YouTube.
we got
Okay.
microphones
So
actually.
romantic.
I bought them. Okay, do you think metal made you more intense or sensitive?
Oh, not less intense because you get all your aggression out in the music. That's the beauty of metal. What people don't seem to get. Well, some people. Uh, you get your aggression out. Like you go to the gym. I don't know how people listen to anything but metal in the gym. It is built for the gym. It's just heavy. It's energetic, and it's gets you where you need to be. Just some people are in there listening to Johnny Cash. I don't get that at all. It doesn't really it doesn't really motivate me. Um, but what's the question?
That it makes you more intense
No,
or
no, no. That's the thing. No, it takes away the intensity. You go to a metal concert. Go to any concert, and I guarantee you, the metal concert is the friendliest, most relaxed vibe you're going to get at any gig ever. And I include everything in that. You go to a Neil Young concert, there's going to be some gobshite looking for trouble or messing around, messy, whatever.
drunk
Go
people.
to any metal gig. Everyone is well behaved, respectful, look out for each other. I've gone to thousands of concerts, and metal concerts are the ones where if somebody needs help, they're going to get it off everyone around them. Everybody pitches in. It's a great community. It's a big-hearted, loving, decent community. Never any trouble. No infighting, no gangs, no nothing. Everyone just loves music and they love being there and they look out for each other.
They were letting me go to see James Hetfield more closer. They were
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they were
Yeah,
just giving me the
yeah. Good luck
space.
doing that in an Oasis gig. If you want to get up the front, people are going to be like, "You're not going any further. Like it's not happening." Whereas at a metal gig, It's like, do you mind if I get? Yeah, of course. Yeah, up you go. Yeah, do you want me to lift you up?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
they're so cool. It's
Mm,
such a cool vibe and
mm.
a cool bunch of people. And I just when you're a teenager and you see that, you are sucked in for life. Just good people.
Do you think, what do you think my calm energy and this mindfulness and yoga gives you that music maybe gave you once before, or
What the Zen thing?
yes?
Well, I don't know about music did that because I can listen to music and I don't really go into a trance very much. When I'm playing music, I just disappear. I really genuinely disappear. I don't know where I am. I always remember an interview with Tom York from Radiohead. Yeah. And he was talking about songwriting and he was like, you just play and play for hours and hours. Just you're in a different world. And he said, then lightning strikes, boom. Oh, I have a song. Just an idea just hits you. You've been fiddling around. Nothing's been happening. It's just, and you're just vibing, and you're like, you're in another world, and you're just go running over your scales or whatever it is you're doing, and you're lost, you're lost, you're lost, and then boom, lightning strikes. You go, oh my god, that's really good. Oh, hang on a
Mm,
second, let me do that again. Oh my god, that's great.
mm.
And that's the beauty of music. It's a magic of music, and I do believe that's how the great writers write. Um, that's how the spark happens when the song is created. It's like out of nowhere, and you go, okay, that's amazing. Then the work starts. Then you're in the studio. Then you're with the band. Then you're like trying to get your vision out of your mouth and into their hands so that they can do what you want them to do. And then there's a democracy because then like people are like, I'm not going to do that because I don't hear what you're hearing. And you're like, okay, and then you compromise, and then you get, but eventually you get there. You know, but it all starts with that trance. That's where it all
This
starts.
reminds me, now whatever you said reminds me of like Nothing Else Matters,
Hmm.
the song, because it's not the song that they made usually, and
Yeah, I mean,
how it
yeah,
came out.
yeah.
And
They got a lot of Metallica got a lot of stick when
mm,
Nothing
mm,
Else Matters first
mm,
released. I remember fans of Metallica were like, "Oh, I don't like that because
mm,
it was slow or a ballad or whatever. They weren't allowed to do them,
mm.
which is ridiculous.
It's the most beautiful
And it
song
looks so
now.
ridiculous now in the modern world. But at the time, they got a lot of criticism. But that song is just stunning.
Okay,
Um,
let's get back to
and
the
by the way,
relationship.
Elton John said it's not only a great song; it's one of the best songs ever written.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get to the
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah. Let's. I was hoping to get to dinner, but
Let's get
yeah,
to the
let's talk about
relationship
our
very quick.
relationship on YouTube.
Very quick about our energies, because we have a different energy. The thing is that I was just thinking, um, I was asking you questions, but I was just thinking that because my energy looks calm, your energy looks intense because of the
Oh,
music.
really?
But we are exactly the opposite in real life.
Hmm. I'm a lot calmer than you.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe because I get all my frustrations out on Metallica and Megadeth and Anthrax and Slayer and Testament.
Me in the gym though.
Yeah, you get it out in the gym. Yeah, I guess it's just personalities. You know, it is what it is.
What part of yourself do you feel most understood in this relationship?
Oh, hang on a second. I thought we were talking about music.
Music and relationship connection.
Music and
Yes,
relationships. Oh, it's a
connecting
two for.
music to the relationship.
Oh, it's a two for.
So, yes,
Um,
it's like get to know us.
oh, get to know us, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a bit private, isn't it? We didn't discuss this before we started filming. I
What part do you
was,
feel understood? Like, what part of yourself you
well,
most
all of me,
understood?
really. I mean, that's why I'm happy. You know, that's why we're happy together because, you know, you get me and I get you, and that's rare. I think
We know each other.
we know each other, and I'm just there's nothing like there's no alarm bells for me. Like you're you're a pain in my ass sometimes, but that's
I
but that's
have
fine because I'm a gigantic pain in the ass for her sometimes.
I have a friend. She was telling me always, I would like to find someone that
Uh-huh.
knows me
Yeah,
so good. You
yeah,
know, maybe she's gonna watch. I say hi to Annie, and I feel this with you.
yeah,
Like you know me so well,
yeah. I do. Yeah,
and it's easy because we know each other.
yeah. You're really lucky.
Yes.
You're really
Okay.
lucky.
Last question.
No, we know each other, and that's why it works. And it's rare, but it's not that rare because
It's so many
there's
years
loads of happy
now. It's
couples
so
out
many
there.
years. Like if you don't know me, I don't know.
Oh, look, yeah, I think we both kissed a lot of frogs to get here, but we're here. That's the important thing. We got there in the end.
Okay. Last question. if music was the language that carried you through earlier life, what is the language you live in now?
Bulgarian. I'm surrounded by it. That's the language I hear all the time. That's all. What? Nothing. Logotoria. Perfect. No. What?
Okay, we're going out
Well, I
from
love that.
like 6 years now. Tell the Bulgarian words. He knows 2 words.
It's 5 years. Susie likes to add time on.
Potato, potato.
Potato, potato.
Tell the words you know in Bulgarian.
The words I know in Bulgarian.
Yes. In Bulgarian.
In Bulgarian. Perfectno. Voda. Blogodoria. And
3.
Tipikrava.
Okay, that's not here.
That's no, we're not going to say that. Okay, right. Tipikrava. That's about it. How many words of Irish do you know? Conosatatu.
Sloncha.
And oh, you know Sloncha. Oh,
Egypt.
Egypt. I guess you can go with that, yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Egypt. That's me. That's why she knows the word. Because she likes to call me an Egypt.
Okay, that's it.
Is it?
Yeah, you want
I
to
enjoy
say
talking
something?
about music. No, I enjoy talking about music. It's really important. And I think every kid should learn an instrument, or at least try to learn an instrument. Like I said, some kids are more sports orientated or whatever. It's different strokes for different folks, but I just think a guitar in a house makes it a home. A piano in a house makes it a home. Every house needs music in it, and if you can get it in there, great. And I will say one thing actually. I've noticed young people. You know, anyone who's watching this, you're not young probably, but maybe your kids are. They're really seeking out the music we grew up listening to. So they're seeking out bands like Metallica and Megadeth and Anthrax and Testament and Slayer and Sepultura and all these guys. And the reason they're seeking it out, and that's just metal, by the way. It goes for everyone. Like young kids now are listening to all sorts of things like Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi and everything. The reason they're looking for it is because it doesn't exist anymore. There's a few bands going around, but what are they saying? This is always the thing that people forget about. What are they actually saying? Because the bands back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even noughties, they were saying something. They had something to say about the world. They had something to say about relationships. They had something to say about sadness, anger, depression. You know, they covered it. Music nowadays is like, look at my big bum. You know, it's like, what is this about? Yeah, what is it about? It's like they get a nice little hook, like do 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 do. They're like, okay, let's make a whole song out of it. It's like do 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 heaven, do 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 heaven. It's like what the. So if there's any young musicians, you know, try and write songs, actual songs. There's a couple of bands doing it, but there's no massive culture of it. And the reason there's an audience out there always for great music and great bands, and just pick up an instrument, start a band, and write songs that mean something to people, and figure out your voice. That's all I'll say on the topic of music, because young people love music, but they love good music.
So deep.
Yeah, I know, man. Right? So deep. Now let's stick on Metallica and have some dinner. Actually, Megadeth. Yeah, Megadeth. New album out this week, and it's brilliant. So check it out.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
for
guys.
watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment as well. Comment something.
Yep.
What's your favorite song?
Absolutely. And if you want to buy Lily for $25 billion, we're open to negotiation.
Oh, no.
25 billion?
No.
No, we wouldn't sell her.
No.
No chance. 26 billion. Anyway, thanks, guys.